as a exhibition now later on down the line?
Oh, why not? Why not? If he's willing to have a rematch with me, then
An exhibition.
I'm okay with that.
But an exhibition.
Taking a loss. That's what he brags about, you know. Such and such people have tried. So many of them have tried. All of them has failed.
Being smart and being specific for what we do. So, and that's what we do. With our odds, we just cater towards that fighter.
Manny Pacquiao has responded to Floyd Mayweather's call for a rematch, saying he's open to an exhibition fight but only if it includes a clear decision. Pacquiao emphasized that he's ready to step into the ring again, but if Mayweather is serious, the bout must be more than just a show. It needs real stakes and a definitive winner.
Willing to have a rematch with me, then
An exhibition.
I'm okay with that.
But an exhibition. How does it go now this time around? Obviously, it's been quite a few years since you guys got in the ring.
It's okay. An exhibition with a decision.
The decision, not that exhibition.
Yeah.
So for how long do you think?
Exhibition with a decision.
Manny Pacquiao's return to the ring at age 46 has sparked bold claims from his camp, with his coach asserting that Pacquiao has now surpassed Floyd Mayweather's legacy. While legends like George Foreman won heavyweight titles in their 40s, he didn't accomplish what Pacquiao has: success across 8 weight divisions. Pacquiao's coach highlights that this comeback isn't about money or fame, but about chasing a legitimate world title. At this stage of his life and career, that pursuit makes his return not just rare, but unmatched, setting him apart from Mayweather's exhibition-focused legacy.
Being smart and being specific for what we do. So, and that's what we do. With our odds, we just cater towards that fighter. Less maybe with Manny, someone like Pacquiao, say he doesn't overtrain.
When you're talking about overtraining, like, do you mean
They're going doing too much.
no? I mean that. What I was gonna say was like take a day off.
No, well, you take day off to listen to his body. So one day, day you wake up, a few days coming up, which where it's sore, I'm just tired. It's time to listen to your body. Take a day off, and you recover, and you'll be better. You push through it, you'll overtrain. Take one training session to overtrain.
Floyd Mayweather has built his legacy around an unblemished 50-0 record, a mark that's more than just a number. It's a symbol of his pride and identity. Many believe his intense focus on protecting that perfect streak is the main reason he avoids a rematch with Manny Pacquiao. Facing Pacquiao again poses a real risk to that flawless record, especially with Manny looking sharper than expected. Mayweather's reluctance to return to the ring with him says a lot about what he truly values: the preservation of perfection over the challenge of redemption.
A lot of people want to know, well, Manny Pacquiao going to fight Floyd after that. Floyd is not going to fight Manny Pacquiao, especially if Manny Pacquiao look like he can do something. Manny Pacquiao look like he got them hands, and he still got it. Floyd is not going to risk taking a loss. That's what he brags about, you know. Such and such people have tried. So many of them have tried. All of them has failed. Floyd care about that O more than anything, you know. Well, the money and the O, they go together for him.
In the past, Floyd Mayweather accused Manny Pacquiao of using his name to stay in the spotlight, especially when Pacquiao pushed for a rematch that Mayweather ultimately declined. Mayweather claimed Pacquiao repeatedly brought up the idea of a second fight just to remain relevant. From Floyd's perspective, Pacquiao's team believes the Filipino icon has what it takes to beat him, but he insists the first fight already settled the score. To Mayweather, the ongoing talk of a rematch is nothing more than a publicity move.
Manny Pacquiao spoke about that he shouldn't have. Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not going to say he's right and I'm not going to say he's wrong. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million. Who did? I mean, you know, I don't like to throw certain individuals under the bus because we don't do that. He said my name when he didn't supposed to speak, when he didn't supposed to. Remember I said it's the time and the place. Remember, I want you guys to go check out Manny Pacquiao when he got upset a few times. He said, oh, boy, you using my name, using my name. He got famous because they said this could be the guy that could possibly dethrone the king. Did it happen? Absolutely not. Was it easy? Absolutely.
Although Mayweather won their first bout, he's admitted that Pacquiao brings serious power to the ring. He's also acknowledged that Manny wasn't at his best during that fight, which may have influenced the outcome. Despite this, Floyd maintains that if Pacquiao couldn't beat him then, there's no reason to run it back now. His comments hint at a hesitation to take any risks, especially if it means putting his undefeated legacy on the line for a fight he believes has already been settled.
Pacquiao obviously got power also.
Right.
You know, I've been in there with him.
Did you feel his power?
He's solid. He's solid.
Okay.
He's solid. Ain't nothing I ain't never felt before, but he's solid.
Right.
And he felt me too. That's why he wasn't quick to run in there.
Right.
So and obviously we both felt we felt each other. At the end of the day, you know, it finally happened. He got cooked. Right. Now they begging for a rematch. My thing is this: if you get it done right the first time, you got to do it again.
Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle and a veteran boxing trainer, stands by the outcome of the original fight, saying there's no reason for a rematch. He maintains that the bout was fair and dismisses Manny Pacquiao's claims of a shoulder injury, arguing that Manny showed no visible signs of pain during the fight. Jeff even questions whether the surgery story was just a way to explain the loss. In his view, the fight was clean, decisive, and should be considered the final word on the matter.
All right, well, even if you think he did win the fight, Manny was obviously severely injured. He had a hurt shoulder in that fight. So do you think Floyd would want the rematch knowing that he had a very close victory over a guy that was fighting basically one arm?
You know, basically, a guy with one arm was throwing punches for 12 rounds, throwing very hard punches for 12 rounds. If you got a torn rotator cuff, you ain't gonna throw no punches at all. So that's bullshit.
So you question Manny on that one?
I question Manny on that one. I mean, the thing is this: the reality is this: is that then after the fight, you never went and got surgery to get it repaired. You basically said that, oh, God healed you. Can't say that. I ain't going against what you're saying about that. But what I'm saying is this: is that if you had something torn, it has to be fixed.
Despite Mayweather's dominance in their first meeting, many boxing fans and analysts still credit Pacquiao for his energy and competitiveness throughout the fight. Some believe a rematch could go in Manny's favor, especially now that Floyd has distanced himself from serious competition. The aura of invincibility Mayweather built over the years may no longer be enough to silence the growing belief that even in his 40s, Pacquiao has what it takes to beat him in a fair and decisive rematch.
Champ, how was it?
That was amazing, man.
Thank you.
Really good, bro.
Thank you.
Shout out to the machete hooking it up.
Bro, I gotta ask you. So you're the expert. You're the expert. You're the champ. I gotta ask you, Floyd and Mayweather and Manny, right now, who you think will win?
I don't know. That'll be a really good fight. I think Manny, because he's been more active. You know, he's been more active. Mayweather's Mayweather. You know, he's always good. He stays in shape. Takes care of himself, but it'll be an awesome fight.
You have to go with Manny though, right?
Yep.
You have to go with Manny. He's been
of course.
And Floyd's last two fights weren't really pro fighters, you know what I'm saying? There was kickboxing
in China
and Conor McGregor, you know what I'm saying? But you definitely put your money on Manny.
Yep.
Absolutely. So the Mexican Rocky, huh?
Mexican Rocky. Trying to get that movie.
There it is.
Wasn't Rocky Mexican?
Which one?
Rocky was Mexican, wasn't he?
Oh, you talking about Sly?
Oh man! All this time I've been watching that. Oh, I thought he was Mexican.
Hey, Daddy's choking too hard with you.
Freddie Roach, Manny Pacquiao's longtime trainer, has expressed amazement at the intensity of Manny's training in his 40s. According to Roach, Pacquiao's current workouts are just as fierce and focused as they were in his 20s. He also noted the contrast with Floyd Mayweather, who, being older, seems less interested in a truly competitive return. Roach adds that even in their first fight, Pacquiao looked sharp and his current form shows he's still a serious threat to anyone who steps into the ring with him.
A rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Can you see it happening fairly quickly?
I'm not sure because Floyd walked out of the arena before the announcement of
on Saturday night. Yep.
And I guess he didn't want to get called out by Manny. And he is 42 now, and he's older than Manny, and Manny's performance was unbelievable, and I think that's why he kind of snuck out of there a little bit early. But I mean, this is why we're really in the game right now, because we want that rematch. I want that rematch because Manny had injury last time, but after the fourth round, I said, Freddie, I can't throw it anymore. And I said, just do the best you can. And I know we can do so much better in the rematch, and I know we can win that fight. And it's like what me and Manny both want badly. And
So
we would love
quickly,
to get that.
Go back to the first fight. It was about 3 weeks before the bout, and you were in a sparring session. Manny tore his rotator cuff, correct?
Former opponent Keith Thurman has openly acknowledged the power of Manny Pacquiao's punches after sharing the ring with him. Thurman admitted he was caught off guard by the strength Pacquiao showed at age 40, noting that his punches didn't feel like they came from an older fighter. They were sharp, powerful, and relentless, proof of Manny's exceptional conditioning and undiminished fighting spirit, even in the later stages of his career.
Pacquiao, it's weird. Danny felt like a big brick. Pacquiao felt like a little brick. Okay? Now the weird part is Pacquiao's hands just felt heavy. After the fight, I constantly was thinking, why did his fist feel like a rock? You know? It was like awkward, right? I was like, why did his fist feel so hard in the fight? You know? I was like, it was a little awkward. You know, I don't really care about that stuff that much. I mean, I could handle it. It wasn't devastating. It didn't really feel like plaster. But it felt like something. It felt like a rock. So I thought, like, does he do certain training? Does he do certain, you know, does he build up calluses? Does he have more dense bone density in his hands? Did they do some Asian stuff? What did they do? Who knows, right? And then looking at the picture, I was like, damn, you know what? Pacquiao wore them old school Mexican Reyes.
Recent training footage shows 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao moving with the speed, precision, and intensity of his prime. His quick footwork and sharp punches prove he hasn't lost the skills that made him a multi-division champion. The legacy debate continues, Pacquiao's bold achievements across weight classes versus Mayweather's flawless undefeated record. While Floyd relies on showmanship, Pacquiao lets his career speak for itself.
10 seconds.
George Kambosos Jr. recently praised Pacquiao's return, calling him a living legend and saying the boxing world needs figures like him. He expressed excitement about Pacquiao's upcoming exhibition fight with Mario Barrios, adding that Manny's comeback isn't just nostalgic, it has the power to shake up the sport, even at this stage of his career.
So who has the best accomplishment, Floyd or Manny Pacquiao? The 8 divisions versus the 50-0, beating 23 world champions. You guys know which way I go. I like Floyd a whole lot more, but I gotta respect Manny Pacquiao's the greatest boxer of all time. 8 divisions is the greatest feat. I don't think you could do anything greater than becoming an 8-division champion. I'd say 8 divisions better than the 50-0, because you could pick your way to that eventually. 50-0 is really not that impressive. It's really the 23 world champions. And the thing about that is that a lot of them are former. When you become an 8-division champion, that means you're fighting active champions or you're fighting for vacant titles for guys who probably would have been champions. I think Floyd has a great resume. He's my number 2 all time. I think he has amazing champions on his resume. I don't think he just cherry-picking does his whole career. But if you fight a fighter in Sergey Kovalev in 2025, that is considered a champion, former world champion, and it will go on your resume as a champion. Same as if you fought Mike Tyson in 2025. You beat a world champion. That's why with Floyd, you really got to go back and look at the names and see where they were at. Like I said, amazing feat nonetheless. It's still hard to be 23 world champion. I'm not saying all of them are just over the hill, but 8 divisions is something I truly believe we will never see again.
Floyd Mayweather has expressed his view on Manny Pacquiao's return, suggesting it's driven by financial motives. He admitted that if he were in Pacquiao's shoes, he might do the same. From Floyd's perspective, Manny is chasing one last big payday, making it more about business than revenge or competition.
Yeah, it's surprising. Obviously, I know Manny very well. He's a true competitor. He's a guy that he puts something in his head, and obviously to create more history, he's a guy that's going to give everything, try his best. That's what Manny. Nothing always going to Manny's going to 110%. Try his best, no matter what. So yeah, he's going to give it his all. He can't do it all the time, but all the times it's hard and it's very hard watching the fight. See it, and watching the exhibition he had with the Korean guy or the Japanese guy in last year. It's hard to watch. I know most of them. I like that. But again, as an
Reflecting on their original fight, Pacquiao believes he did enough to win but doesn't hold any grudges against Floyd. He suggests that outside factors may have affected the outcome. Always humble in defeat, Manny admits he wasn't at his physical best that night, which, in his opinion, made a significant difference.
We have a chance to have a rematch.
Of course, if I was Manny Pacquiao, would I be chasing Floyd Mayweather to do an exhibition to get a good payday? Absolutely. Absolutely, I would.
I can say that more action than compared to the first one, because the first one, we know the fact that I have injury on my shoulders.
There's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather.
It's older than me.
When we talk about Hall of Fame, it's a Hall of Fame, but nobody has to really know how to beat Floyd Mayweather.
Where Manny had a great career, but boxing retired Manny. Manny didn't retire from boxing.
I'm still young, so what I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind, because to get a different weight division is not that easy.
The excitement for a second fight between these two legends remains strong. Fans worldwide still discuss their first match and wonder how it might have gone if both fighters were in their prime. Many feel the initial bout was mistimed, and even an exhibition rematch today would attract huge attention and viewership.
Manny Pacquiao he hasn't been a pro in a minute, and they're coming back to fight someone for a belt. Barrios technically should have won, but this isn't fair. Like, we could have had Brian Norman Jr. versus Brian Norman Jr. versus Barrios, but we're getting Manny Pacquiao versus Barrios. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Manny Pacquiao is past his prime. He's not in his fighting years no more. And then can't he make 147? And then you're letting him fight for the belt. To me, that doesn't make any type of sense. And then if he beats Barrios, let's say hypothetically he beats him, is he gonna unify? The Boost, that's sitting in the lamp to slaughter. Brian Norman, that's sitting in the lamp to slaughter. This doesn't make no sense. These young fighters, they can really hurt. They can really hurt Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao couldn't even handle Ugas. Just think about how this is all playing out. It doesn't make sense. This fight shouldn't be made. There's other fighters that Barrios can fight. He can try to fight Boost, because I think the unification is Trump mandatories. I would have to look into the weight division for it. He could fight Rohan. There's other fighters you can fight besides Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao.
Pacquiao's current training is no mere show. He's committed to intense strength and conditioning, sparring frequently, and building endurance. This comeback isn't a farewell tour, it's a deliberate return to competition. His focused determination and the power behind his punches make it clear he's not just back to be admired, he's back to win and solidify his legacy once and for all.
Speaking of Mayweather, fam, do you see they're doing the Pacquiao rematch?
Yeah, I was about to say that. Bro. I was about to say that. They announced it, and all the fans were like,
the weirdest way, bro. It's like, they didn't even know. It's like they didn't know if they actually meant to announce it or not.
This one,
that fight's actually happening.
I heard in the comments that they announced it in Chinese or something before, and then the crowd went crazy.
Japan, right?
Yeah, in their language they announced it, and then they went crazy, and then they did it in English, and then that was with silence.
That makes it because Manny Pacquiao said it's no one cared. I was like, bro, are we hearing the same thing from? The man just said he's fighting Floyd Mayweather, and no one cared. Everyone's like, okay, hand over the mic, dog. Bro,
people are saying
massive.
that. They're saying that, or they're saying, where they were, it's culture to not make noise during stuff like
Nah,
this.
bro, you know the fans that Manny Pacquiao has and stuff, bro. If he's announcing that fight, these guys are going off.
That's a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned for more.